The truth is, I don't do this for attention, for someone to say, oh, look how deep she is. My gosh, beyond the surface, she's a deep thinker. It's not about that. I don't seek attention and validation from others. I know who I am. Believe me, I know who I am. I am truly guided to speak. And in all honesty, sometimes I'm like, I don't even know what to say. But then it comes to me and it flows through me. And so be it. You know what stagnates growth? The lack of accountability. That's what stagnates growth. When you're incapable of owning something that you have done. And even if you weren't aware of it initially, when it's brought to your attention, you don't try to justify it. You don't try to explain it away. You don't try to project onto someone else. No, you own it. You're grown up in here. And you say, yeah, I did it. I apologize. And I'll do my best for it not to happen again. And have a plan of how you're not going to make it happen again. But you see, when you cannot acknowledge that you did something and it's there, it's not like a question, it is there, flush in your face, and you still refuse to, that shows what character you're built with. That shows your character or lack of. The people who are around me, they will tell you that, listen, I am big on talking out stuff, talk it out. I'm not into avoidance. I'm not into sweeping it under the rug and just keep finding a spot under the rug to sweep stuff under. Why? Because I know the damage it can cause. So I'm not about that. If an issue arises, we need to talk about it. Not me going to talk to other people about you behind your back and don't tell you, but we talk about it. Some kind of meeting of the mind. I would have to agree. We don't have to agree. We can agree to disagree, but we talk about it. It's not left to fester within until the point where, I'm going to like that person there now. Why? You don't even remember why. Because you sweep everything under the rug. Everything under your rug full of stuff that you don't discuss, but you pretend everything is okay. It's like a malaise that grows underneath the surface that will never go away until you discuss it. So I'm not about avoidance. And I know that it's not for everybody. And, it's like, first of all, let me say this. I don't miss nothing. I don't miss the jabs when someone is throwing some little weak jabs. I do not miss if I'm having a conversation with someone and they're being facetious in their response. I know the difference when someone is genuinely joking and when they are being condescending, approaching mean, or trying to belittle you. I am clear on that. Clear on that. And if something bothers me, I am going to talk about it. Why? Because it should not sit there allowed to flourish. Because it kills relationships, it kills friendships. Communication is so important, and I think communication is so underrated. And I mean in every aspect of life, communication is so very important. A lack of communication can break down the most beautiful, cohesive relationship. The lack of communication. Talking to other people and not to the person who you're having the issue with. Communication is so important. And when I say communication, I'm not talking about going to someone and trying to teach them or trying to show them why you're right. No, I'm talking about sitting down with the person, you explain yourself, they have a chance to explain themselves, to speak. Both of you actually listen to what one another is saying, and then you form your thoughts on that and you express it with respect and with unconditional love with each other. And if you can't reach, okay, I understand. It's all right. The effort was put into it. A matter of fact, if I have an issue with someone or I don't like what somebody do, I will speak to them, and I don't care who it is. I don't care what's your status. I don't care. I don't care. Why? Because first of all of us are God's children and no one is above me. The only one that's above me is God. Okay? So I will have a discussion, a respectful, genuine, authentic discussion with anyone. I welcome it. And I will sit down and I will talk to you and I will let you know how I feel and why I feel this way. And you will let me know what you were thinking. Because believe me, a lot of times how things hit when that person speak, how it hit on the other side, the receiving end, is not what the person intended at all. The fact of the matter though is that if the person who is receiving it on the other end received it in a certain way, it does matter. It does matter. Even if you did not intend it to receive it like that, that does not mean that how this person took it is not valid. And that's where communication comes in. And another thing is you can't take accountability for someone else, for someone else's actions, reactions. The only one you can take accountability for is self, because that's the only one you can change. The only behavior you can change is of your own. You ain't no savior around here. God is the only savior around here. So brush off that savior complex that you walk around with and be honest with yourself and understand that you be a student of God around here. God is the only savior. So if you have an issue with someone, you sit down and you talk to them about it. Genuinely. No manipulation, no trying to get the upper hand, none of that. Sit down and have an honest conversation. And I think it's best to do it face to face. And I know it's not easy for everyone to do so, because not everyone is assertive like that. But it really is imperative, because all going to happen is that it's going to turn into passive aggression. And the person going to be the person who wants to say something and who have something, as I'd say, up in them heart, when start doing passive aggressive things to the other person, which is unfair because the other person may not even be in the knowing of what is going on. Talk, open your mouth, speak, communicate, and communicate in the way you want people to talk to you. Don't talk down to people. Don't talk to others in a condescending manner. Don't try to needle them and feel that they don't know that you're doing that. They know. Well, I know. If I'm talking to someone and the undertone is that they're making fun of my beliefs or what I think, or I know, is that the mountain I feel like dying on that day? Probably not. But I know. And if it bothered me, I'll talk to you about it. But the fact is that I know. Communication is so important.